Hey everyone, Nathan here, president of Quest Trust Company, answering some of those questions you get asked all the time. And I get asked in different ways, like, do you guys have solo 401ks or qualified plans or individual 401ks or what about those plans? We have a lot of different accounts that we self-direct, traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs, simple IRAs, and even covered L's and health savings accounts. But the 401k is a completely different animal than anything else. This is a special account that only works well for certain people. But the people that it does work well for, it works really good. All right. So who should have a 401k? That should be the title of this video, I guess. First of all, you can't just have a solo 401k is really designed for a specific purpose. It's called solo or individual for a reason. A 401k has two components in it. You have the ability to put money in as an employer, and you have the ability to put money into the account as an employee, both for the employee's benefit. All right, allowing a tax deduction for an employer, possible tax deduction for you, or even a Roth contribution nowadays is allowed as employee contributions into Roth IRAs. An individual or solo 401k has a lot less administration tied to it because the only employees that are allowed would be the owner themselves. And the reason that this has so much less is because a lot of the rules and regulations dealing with 401ks are to protect the employee from the employer, either stealing or taking the funds or doing other types of things they're not following through. We had a lot of that in the 1970s where pension plans and things like that were misused. So they have a lot of requirements in there. With a solo 401k, you don't have those requirements, right? You are the employer and the employee. Since you're the same person, right? You're not going to steal from yourself. They've allowed a lot of those regulations to be taken off the table and make it more simple to administrate. That being said, there's nothing simple about a solo 401k. All right. So the first thing that you have to be able to understand is you can't just have one because you want one, right? You do have to actually be self-employed. And we know that you're self-employed because you're showing some form of self-employment income on your tax return, either Schedule C, or sometimes it is W-2 income, but the company that's paying you W-2 income has no other owners other than yourself. All right. And in the first year, especially that you own the 401k, you have to show that income in your taxes and make a contribution to the account to do what we call legitimizing. All right. Sometimes people make the mistake of opening a 401k, and quite properly, they can roll in their old 401ks, their IRAs, their SEP IRAs, 403bs, all of that can be rolled into a 401k and then the money used. But it doesn't become a 401k till it becomes legitimate. And the act that makes it legitimate is opening the account, establishing the EIN number for the 401k, and making that first current year contribution based off of your income. So for those of us that don't have self-employment income of some form, we either have investment income, or like me, I'm a W-2 employee for Quest, so I have W-2 income, but I don't do any outside consulting or anything like that, so I don't have any income that would allow me to have a solo 401k. Now, if I did have Nathan's lawn mowing service, and I got home and I mowed people's lawn for money, right? And even though I have a 401k at work, I could have a solo 401k for my lawn mowing business that would allow me to make a current year contribution and roll in all of those other funds. The other part with it is you can't have what's called common law employees. I kind of alluded to this. You can't have common law employees or employees in that business because that would mean that you'd have to bring in all those other pieces of information that we have and all that other regulation on it. All right. So, but if you can meet those two requirements of not having any common law employees at this company or any other companies for that matter, and having the self-employment income, it becomes a super powerful tool. So again, phenomenal product, not right for everybody. Those that it is right for, amazing. How to get more information? I'd start and call and ask for an IRA specialist. They'll provide you some information, some videos that you can watch, and they'll set you up a consultation if you want to continue from that point with a 401k expert to go into a little bit of a talk. There's no charge for any of our education services. At Quest, we want you to make the right choice, and the way that you can make the right choice is only by having enough education to know what to do with it. Anyway, my name's Nathan. I hope I answered that question. I probably went a little bit long. I usually do. But if I tweak some interest in there, watch the full video. Get the full video about our employer plans and solo 401ks and understand all of the advantages and the disadvantages of such a powerful product. Thank you very much.